Hi, this is Chippy from umcportal.com with the Archos internet media tablet running Android, as you can see. And a lot of people have been asking me about the video performance on this, specifically H.264 video, the type you find in HQ and HD versions on YouTube. So I've got a little demo set up for you here. I want to show you a streaming file and a local playback, and we can talk about the file and the kind of bit rates that we're seeing on the device. So I'm going to go to YouTube. This is the mobile version because the Archos can't play videos from the desktop version of the website, and I'm going to choose the Where's Matt video. It's a famous video, you've probably seen it. I'm going to stream it from the website. So notice that the Archos comes out of the browser and starts up a separate application to download and stream the file. Let's have a look at the file. I'll just play some of it now and then we'll talk about the file in a second. Right, you'll notice at the beginning of that file everything was smooth and then it started to stutter. Well, this is, let's just have a look at the information on the file and talk about the bit rates here. This is an H.264 file, 1280 by 720, and an average bit rate of 2 megabits a second, 30 frames a second. So the important thing here is that it's an average 2 megabits per second. The video itself is actually not constant bit rate, so it's always varying the bit rate within the file. The beginning of the file you saw is actually running at about 300 kilobits a second on a 1 second average. And then as it flips into the first part of that video, it's about 3 to 3.5 megabits per second. After that section of the video, where it was very jerky movement on the handheld camera, it moves down into about 2 megabit per second average, which is what you're seeing here. This is about 2 megabits per second on a 1 second average, and as there are scene changes, the bit rates shoot up to, well, maximum bit rate change on this video is 11.8 megabits per second. So here again, it's 2. I've analyzed this on a PC, and this is up to about 2.3, 2.4 megabits per second, but watch what happens in a second, because it starts to get a little bit too much for the Archos and it starts to stutter again. We're in about 2.3, 2.4 megabits per second territory here. And for those of you that are really into video and video codecs, just want to mention that this is using the main 5.1 H.264 codec with no CABAC encoding. So here's the part of the video where things start to get very choppy, and in fact the video stops altogether. It was averaging about 2.4 to 2.6 megabits per second at that point in the video, and the whole video has actually stopped working while it tries to catch up. And when the video bitrate drops again, as you can see in these less dynamic sections of the video, then it recovers. So there's a few things we can learn from this. Basically that 2 to 2.2 megabits per second is about the maximum bit rate that the Archos can play back over any length of time. It's possible that short-term bit rates can peak to a higher bit rate, but looking at this video and analysing this video, I think that on this H.264 profile, it's not using CABAC, which is a very complex part of the codec. As I said, web professionals will know about this. Well, looks like for 5.1 profile, 2.2 megabits per second on a 1 second average is about maximum. Difficult to understand, but the interesting thing here is that it's streaming HD from YouTube. HD videos vary on YouTube. Some of them will have very, very high bitrate videos. Some of them will be averaging a lower bitrate. So some HD videos are going to work, some aren't going to work. And I'm just going to show you this video in a local playback mode as well, just to prove that it wasn't Wi-Fi buffering that was the issue. So we're on the local player here, and I've actually downloaded the file. I'm going to play it locally. An interesting thing happens now when I play it back locally. Watch this. So here's the low bitrate part of the video, 300 kilobits a second. And here's the start of the video, which shoots up to 3 megabits per second. Check what happens in the local player. It actually can't handle it as well as it can in a YouTube streamed version. I have no explanation for that whatsoever, because basically everything in terms of processing power should be heavier for the YouTube version rather than the local playback version. So it's caught up again now, 2 megabits per second in this section of the video. So that proves that actually it wasn't Wi-Fi that was causing that early stuttering. So all in all, pretty good performance. Playing HD videos from YouTube, streaming is pretty impressive on a device running on an ARM platform. And it's very interesting to note that Adobe have just announced that they will enable Flash Player to offload H.264 videos onto a GPU, which is exactly what Archos is doing here and have been doing for a couple of generations. So, in summary then, average 2 megabit per second H.264 on the main 5.1 profile without CABC. Complex stuff, but in general it means you're going to be able to stream some videos from YouTube in HD and some you won't. There you go, this is Steve Chippy from UMPC Portal with the Archos Internet Media Tablet Android version. Thanks for watching.